Most client websites do not fail because the design is impossible. They fail because the process is messy. The client wants a clean site, fast delivery, easy updates, and something that actually looks professional. But the developer often spends too much time setting up files, fixing small layout issues, rewriting sections, and moving back and forth between tools. Claude Code can make that workflow much faster, but only if you use it correctly. It is not just a chatbot that gives you random code. It can work inside your project folder, create files, update layouts, fix bugs, connect pages, prepare components, and help you move from an idea to a working client website. The key is knowing what to ask, what to check, and where human judgment is still required. In this video, we will walk through how to use Claude Code to plan, build, customize, test, and prepare a client website without losing control of the project. Number 1. Planning the client site. Start by talking with the client and defining the website's goals and pages. List every required section and feature: home, about, services, contact, blog, shop, etc. Gather brand assets, logos, colors, fonts, and any existing content. In one real example, a client's simple question: "Do I have to call you every time I want to change a price?" changed the plan. The developer built a tiny CMS and admin panel so the client could update prices without help. Another client needed a promotional landing page ready in 48 hours, so speed was the top priority. These stories show why clear requirements matter. Make sure you know exactly what the client wants visitors to do and what information to include before moving on. Number 2. Setting up Claude Code environment. Get Claude Code installed and ready. If you're new, download the Anthropic Claude desktop app and click the Code tab. Advanced users can install the Claude CLI via Homebrew or Winit. Anthropic has scripts for Mac OS/Linux and Windows. Next, create or choose an empty project folder on your computer. Claude will use only that folder for the site's files. You can leave auto-accept edits off to review each change or turn it on to speed up work. By default, Claude Code cannot modify files outside this folder, and it will always ask you before running dangerous commands. Once the folder is selected, you're ready to describe the site in natural language. Number 3. Describing the requirements. Now tell Claude what to build. Write a clear instruction as if speaking to a developer. For example, create a homepage for a bakery with a hero image, an about section, a menu page with product listings, and a contact form. Include any style hints, brand colors, fonts, tone, so Claude matches the client's look. It often helps to give a short design guide or examples. Without guidelines, Claude may wander off its own path. Don't overthink wording. One creator found that a simple request, like "make me a personal website," with a photo, name, bio, links to projects, and a contact form, causes Claude to generate the basic HTML and CSS immediately. In short, just explain the pages and features needed and send the prompt. Claude will read your instruction and begin scaffolding the site. Number 4. Building the initial site. Once prompted, Claude Code creates the initial files automatically. You'll see files like index.html and styles.css appear in the folder. For example, after one prompt, the site might already show a homepage with placeholders, an avatar, your name, a short bio, and a contact form, all created from that single instruction. To review, click Preview or open the local URL. Claude runs a mini web server so you can see the site live. Now the core of the site is in place. If anything is missing or needs adjustment, just ask Claude. You can say things like, "Add a navigation bar," or "Swap the logo," and it will update the code. Small design tweaks are easy too. For instance, one user added a dark mode toggle by simply asking Claude to "please add a dark mode" with a switch in the top right. Keep iterating until all main pages and sections, home, about, etc., exist in their basic form. Number 5. Customizing and adding content. With the framework ready, refine and fill in content. Replace placeholders by instructing Claude with real text. For example, tell it, replace the name with Acme Bakery and write a bio. Acme Bakery makes fresh sourdough daily. Claude will update the text instantly. Drag and drop images or logos into the chat and say, "Use this as the hero image." Claude will embed them on the site. Continue customizing by style and sections. Ask for changes in color or font to match the brand. Or tell it to use our brand font, Helvetica everywhere. Add new site parts if needed. For instance, you might say, add a blog section with thumbnail images under the projects area. And Claude will scaffold a blog layout with sample posts. If the site needs a CMS or database, Claude can even set that up. In one agency, they note that if the client uses a CMS, Claude Code creates the schema and data fetching, so content editors can manage the site independently. In essence, guide Claude to add all the needed components, contact forms, galleries, menus, etc., through plain language prompts, and it will code each part. Number 6. Testing and troubleshooting. Now it's time to test. Open the site in your browser and click every link. Try filling out the contact form or any interactive feature. Check the layout on different screen sizes or devices. If something isn't working or looks wrong, debug it. Claude can help here too. Copy any error messages or describe the issue and ask it to fix it. For example, if a field isn't centered, ask, "Why isn't that image centered?" And Claude may adjust the CSS. Sometimes issues are minor. A hard refresh can solve a caching glitch. Always keep an eye on the code it produced. One developer advises to trust but verify. Always review Claude's changes before accepting them. Claude might make silent edits based on assumptions, so check each commit. Use the browser console or built-in HTML validator to catch problems. If you find a bug, you can have Claude troubleshoot it line by line. The key is iterative testing. Test each change, fix issues, then move on. Number 7. Deploying online. Once the site works locally, publish it. First, commit your code. You can simply say, upload to GitHub, and Claude will create a repo and push all files. Or set it up manually and push. Next, choose a host. Many static site hosts connect directly to GitHub. For example, one user connected their GitHub to Hostinger, selected the new repository and branch, and clicked deploy, and in under a minute, the site was live. Another common approach is Versal or Netlify. They automatically build and deploy whenever you push to main. In these workflows, Claude's role is done. It was prompt arrow build, arrow push, arrow live. Finally, add the custom domain, point the DNS, or configure it in your hosting panel. Once done, test the live site URL to make sure everything works the same online. Now the client's site is live on the web, ready for visitors. Number 8. Best practices and tips. Keep your process smooth by following a few guidelines. Always use plain, spoken-style language in prompts. For example, say AA instead of AA/AAA if talking about accessibility levels. Keep prompts concise and task-focused. Maintain version control of everything you do. Rely on Claude's safety features. By default, it won't overwrite files outside your folder, and it will pause before any risky command. Review all generated code. Never accept it blindly. Include SEO and accessibility checks. Ask Claude to add meta titles, descriptions, and alt text for images if needed. Remember that Claude Code excels at building front-end interfaces and boilerplate. It won't replace strategic planning or very complex back-end logic. Use human judgment for anything critical and treat Claude as a helper. In practice, iterate. Get feedback from the client on the draft site. Then have Claude make the refinements. By combining careful prompting with thorough review and testing, you can quickly deliver a polished, fully functional client website with Claude Code as your coding assistant.